Gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to the webinar on navigating your business better with geo-analytics. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to each one of you for your time and consideration. In this webinar, you can look forward to the benefits of geo-analytics to drive better business decisions, including versatile use cases of the platform. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming our esteemed speaker for today, Ms. Mukta Dongakare, Vice President Product Development and Solutions, Lepton Software, who will guide us through the needs and benefits of geo-analytics for your telco business. So, over to you, Mukta.
Tavishi. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Yeah. So let's start with a little bit about Lepton. So Lepton is geoanalytics, and we have always been operating in geospatial domain, and we have a very good industry experience. Our specialty is in telco domain. All our homegrown products mostly are for design, specially for telcos. And we have a great footprint in all the leading operators in India and outside India with our products. We are into this business since almost 25 plus years. We have existence in 5 different countries, and our team is a great team of 300 workforce that we have with us. We have dedicated teams that support our customers 24 by 7. And if we talk about Indian telecom deployment, we hold the 60% market share in India, and 90% of the 90% of the networks that are launched for 3G, 4G, and now there will be 5G as well. But before 5G, almost 90% of the networks are launched using Lepton maps, 2D as well as 3D. So let's start with the topic for today's webinar. I thank you all for joining us for today. So today's webinar is about our geo-analytics platform, which is Neo 360. And this is the latest addition in the telco product suite of Lepton. It is a geo-analytics product suite, which is tailor-made for telcos. Now, when it comes to telcos, we all know that telco is all about location. Every data in telco can have or is having something or some or other parameter which is related to its location. Let it be the call records, let it be the subscriber billing address, let it be the network information, your sites and your core network elements, let it be anything which is like complaints. So all the data has a location information available, but somehow it is not correlated based on location. Many functions in the organization in a typical telco always try to create some actionable insights using the data available with them. But today, as a matter of fact, there is a lot of data that is available in telco. Telco is basically the industry wherein we can say the maximum data is available, because telco know the location of the subscriber, they know their usage pattern, so they know the lifestyle of the subscriber. So there are humongous kind of data points that get generated every day, every second for that matter. But somehow these data points are not correlated with each other. Every function in the organization most probably are maintaining their own databases. For example, network always talks in terms of the network KPIs. Business will always talk in terms of how much churn, how many new additions, how many prepaid, postpaid, the products, and all those things. Sales and distribution will talk something else. So basically, the complaints resolution is another story. Like complaints resolution and getting the data of network into complaints resolution is a one big challenge that every telco is facing. So why Neo 360? Because Neo 360 is transforming all this chaos into clarity, and that is our objective, and that is our vision for the product Neo 360. So in Neo 360, what you can have is you can have all your data sources in the organization, within organization, that can get integrated with Neo 360. It's a very thin layer of geo-analytics over the existing data sources that you have within your organization. You don't need to create anything that is, you have to replicate the data. We can directly get connected to your data source through APIs and pull the data and create insights for you. So that's a very thin layer. Secondly, Neo 360 doesn't need any desktop application to be downloaded. It is a web-based application. So from anywhere you can access your data. It can very well maintain your historical data. It can create trends, and it can correlate the data points and give you data-driven insights. We can have automated reports. All the dashboards and reports that are present in Neo 360 are interactive. You can click on any of the elements that is seen on the screen, and the entire view gets filtered based on your selection. It's just a click of a button. We always, because we are geo-analytics, we will show you a holistic view on map. So the map is a component of every report or every screen of Neo 360. So a holistic view of your network or your business, or end-to-end view of anything, that can be created on Neo 360 very easily within fraction of seconds. So hence Neo 360, I would position it as, it is not completely biased towards network, neither it is biased towards business. It is all about, this becomes a one-stop platform for all the functions in your organization. Your network people can use it, your enterprise heads can use it, your network engineers can use it, your sales and distribution guys can use it, your marketing guys can use it, right? So it becomes single source of truth. And obviously what differs us from the other BI tools that you may be using or other analytics platforms that you may be using is our geo-analytics capability. It's all about location. It's a product suite. So this is the overall landscape of Neo 360. From planning up to the monetization of data, everything can be catered by Neo 360. So we have given very relevant names or nomenclatures for our modules in Neo 360, or the products under Neo 360 product suite. Envisage is for planning. Inventory is the inventory management. Inspect is for your operations. Insight is analytics. Engage is customer experience, in which you will be able to track each and every customer separately. And Encash is about monetization. You may be using, many operators use third-party tools for campaign management for own products as well as third-party products. But getting mostly these products are integrated with the CRM of the operator. But with Neo 360 in place, if the campaign management is doing by Encash, directly you can use your network data, because as part of Neo 360, we are already collecting your OSS data. Right? So you can use your network plus your business plus your CRM and any other information related to the customer to create a persona of that customer and do targeted marketing for your own products or third-party products. It becomes a very good source of income for the operators. This is the somehow the very high level feature set of Neo 360. There are many other features. I mean, all cannot be listed down here, so that's why we have taken very specific kind of features here. So it's first one very important is data auditor. We are all talking about analytics today. We are all talking about actionable insights and many big things that we wish to do, but everything will make sense only if the input going in the platform is correct. Today we face a lot of challenges that data is incomplete, data is not coming correctly, and because of which a lot of analysis we perform manually, end of it the results are not as expected, or the results are not correct because the data is not checked properly. So when we automate it, there is all the more difficulty in understanding where the data is going correct or not, because we are doing all the automation but the input should be correct. So here data auditor does a lot of sanity checks on the data before inserting in the application. So that is about data auditor. Next is frameworks and tracking. So it gives you a flexibility of selecting your own KPIs. Let's say you want to create some index that has index per pin code, for example, or around 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer grid. Each grid you want to rank based on certain parameters. Now certain parameters can come from network, few of them come from business. Now how you will create this? So it gives you a complete flexible approach there, wherein you can select the KPI, you can give a weightage, and you can come up with an index. It's very simple to use, very user friendly. This you can use for vendor benchmarkings. This you can use for distributor benchmarkings. You can use for your network, overall network health, right? Then quality assurance is around, you can set the KPIs. If we are connected to your OSS, or for example business KPIs also, any KPI getting dipped, or surge, or any abnormal values coming in, platform can throw alert to the desired users automatically. It can get very easily integrated with mail as well as WhatsApp and SMS. Then next one is DIY dashboards. It is like make your own dashboards, because many times we all are aware, many times it happens that we make some hard coded dashboards on the platform, and then the management is asking for something else, that add this, add that. It is very difficult to, again and again you have to go back to the BI guy, or you have to go back to, let's say my platform is deployed, then you have to come to Lepton that this change has to be done. No, here, power to you. We are giving you a complete flexibility. You can create your own dashboards within fraction of seconds. You can select the KPIs, you can change the layout, or you can create the layout that you want, the components you want. Let's say you don't want a map component, you want only the trend or a tabular view, everything given to you, you can do it yourself. Then we are also giving user workspaces, wherein the work that you have done, you can store it and access it next time, so that you don't have to redo it. Then all the dashboards, as I mentioned, are interactive dashboards. You can have multiple KPIs viewed on map or on the screen at the same time. We can do a geographical aggregation, for example, from a sector layer. If any KPI is available on sector layer, we can aggregate it till the state level or the national level. And same is the case, we can do the drill down as well. And as I mentioned, we can integrate with any of your systems, like mail servers, SMS servers, or WhatsApp for sending you the alerts. So this is the value addition that I've already spoken about. The scattered data points we aggregate, or collate in single platform. We correlate it using geo-analytics, and we have the end objective obviously is to improve the customer experience. So now, very quickly, let's move on to the specific case studies. All these things that I have told you, how you can use it. When I'm again and again saying every function can use it. So let's see now how every function can create value or get some value from this platform. Let's start with network first. First is, no, I would like to talk about coverage analytics. Now, coverage is something that we predict the normally typical mobile operator uses some planning tool in which he inserts the site information and predicts. The prediction plots are generated. Now these prediction plots, if you want to visualize it, is you need some tool like MapInfo or some desktop tool in which you can visualize this coverage. But it is very difficult if you want to tomorrow correlate this coverage with your OSS KPIs, how you will do it. Now, Neo 360 has made all these tedious and complicated coverage files readable and very easily accessible and visualizable in Neo 360. Using coverage analytics, what all you can do? You can identify your no coverage areas. You can, I mean, the coverage holes. You can identify your poor network coverage areas very, very easily. Now, coverage analytics can be used by radio planning team, as well as it can used by the for radio better network planning or identifying the holes. It also can be used to check the feasibility of the customer location. Very, very specific, like IoT customers. So IoT customers normally come to the service provider with certain locations, that these are the locations that I want to have the service. So how to check whether all these locations are feasible on our location? Today, normally what happens is the IoT business guys come back to the network guys and tell these are the locations, give us the feasibility or give us the net coverage status. Now this is like the radio planning guy or the network guy just takes the list of that addresses, uploads in some tool like which can read the coverage files, gets the download that which is the signals, what is good, bad, ugly coverage, and gives it back. Now all this is a very manual process, and there is no direct value addition that is done by radio network. It's a mundane kind of a work. So in Neo 360, if Neo 360 has coverage analytics module is deployed with you, what you can do is you can directly give the access to the IoT business guys. They can directly punch in the address or the lat long, and the platform will give the coverage details on that location. Moreover, it can always display which are the sites available around that location. If single location you don't have single location, but you have 100 locations, we have given an option of bulk upload also. You can upload the file, the address file. We have a standard template, fill in your data, upload the file, and it can give you an output in Excel again showing the network coverage in that on those locations. So this is about coverage analytics. Very, very powerful, because this can get extended to your imagine this is getting extended to the front desk executives, and how powerful it could be to resolve the coverage complaints on the spot. Because today the coverage guy, the front desk guy, doesn't know that how is the coverage. He doesn't even understand what is signal strength. He is not a technical guy, right? So this helps in, that is why I call Neo 360 very user friendly. You can tweak it as you want. You want to present a data in different way, you can do it very easily. Next one, let's very quickly move to LACRAC TAC. LACRAC TAC is basically a planning auditor or a radio planning auditor. In this, always, a planning guideline is issued by the central planning teams to, how to design a LAC in case of 2G, or rack and TAC in case of 3G and 4G respectively. But not always it is possible to follow the guidelines exactly. Exceptions are always there. There are many cases wherein there are lack overlaps. If there are lack overlaps, we all know there will be more handovers, hard handovers, lack overlap, and then there will be many call drops. As a result, customer dissatisfaction. So there is a need of understanding if the lacks are designed properly. Are the lacks following the design guidelines? Are they following design guidelines in terms of the geography, in terms of the number of sites, the traffic profile, the paging load, everything? Neo 360 can visually show you how the lacks are looking, and it will directly highlight on the screen that this is the area where these three sites are, falling in an overlapping area of these two lacks, and you will be able to see it on map. If you hover on the site, you will be able to see the detail of the site. You will be able to download the detail of such sites which are lying in such problematic zones. Are there other use case could be, are there any sites which are having same TAC but different lac? As planning guidelines, TAC is a smaller area, and if two sites are lying in same TAC, then their rack and lag both have to be same. Otherwise, again, there will be a conflict. And in case of 4G to 3G fall, and 3G to 2G, there will be a problem, and customer experience will be hampered. So LACTAC rack design is a very, very powerful use case that you can use. Moreover, other than understanding the gaps in planning, you can also draw a manual boundary on the map and create your own lags, right? So, and it can in turn get connected with your NOC or the configuration manager management system, and this CR can get generated directly. So this is the power of LACTAC track. Then network health index, as I try to explain you, it's a framework wherein you can select multiple KPIs, give weightages, and come out with the network health index. By default, we have given 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer grids also in Neo 360. So you will be able to don't need to go to the sector level or the site level, or maybe a pin code level, which is a very big area. So 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer is a very manageable area, and it can give you in that grid what is the network health index. Next is the customer service, which is again a very good use case for very good function for having use cases from Neo 360. So the first is that on the spot resolution of any complaint network which is network related. Now, what is the value proposition of this? Imagine today how many the number of people that are supporting the customer service as the technical back office. What they are doing, any network complaint coming to them. First of all, it is not near real time. It is not real time, not even near real time. Service desk executives collect the complaints, ask the standard questions, make some a dump which goes to the technical support group when they want to where they need technical support groups support. So technical support group, again, these people are sitting which are a little bit more technical than the customer service people, and they just check which is the location, what is the billing history, what is the complaint history, and what is the network situation where he is complaining, in what is the coverage, what are the network KPIs, where is the maximum, what is the home cell ID of the subscriber, maximum number of times where this. So they do a lot of they refer a lot to a lot of databases, and then they come up with some resolution that goes back to the customer service, and he in turn calls the guy to tell him the resolution. Now, this is again a very standard kind of a thing which can be very easily automated. You can use this information and you can display this information on the spot to the customer's desk, and he doesn't need to send it back to the back office. Three advantages: one, the customer is happy because you are resolving giving the resolution on the spot. Second, opex reduction. You don't need to twofold opex reduction. One, the back office guys, you don't need, if today there are 100, tomorrow you may be needing 30. Third, very important, you don't have to outcall the customer to give the resolution. Outcalling is very expensive, we all know. So that is why this is a very, very powerful use case that we can, and very easily achievable with Neo 360. Then proactive customer service. So there are normally planned outages, and whenever there is a planned outage, normally if at all any message is going to the subscribers, it is a self broadcast message that goes. Now with this, what you can do is, because Neo 360 knows the subscriber's home cell ID also. Home cell ID is this most of the time, 70 to 80% of the times, where the subscriber is, which site he is getting lashed on to. So Neo 360 knows the subscriber home cell ID. It knows that in this site is the outage that is going to happen. So the information can go only to those subscribers. Then this is going to be a planned outage. Now, again, I have told you that we can have a mail integration, we can have SMS and WhatsApp integration also. So directly from Neo 360, you can send the triggers. You don't need customer service system in between, right? So that you can do. Third one is also very interesting: subscriber fingerprinting. Many operators have their probes installed, network probes installed in the network, which collect a lot of KPIs per subscriber. If not probes, then many crowdsourced data is also available depending on the country's security and privacy guidelines, wherein subscriber level information like KPIs and the customer experience is available. Now, using that information, we can, and combining it with the network KPIs and everything, we can actually create the clone of the subscriber, that where the subscriber is most of the times, what is the device that he uses, what is the plan, how many times he has complained, what are the KPIs that he has observed over a period of time. So can he be a customer who can churn? What is his data usage? What is his voice usage? Is he using a dual SIM handset? If yes, then what is the data? Is the data going down? Data usage is going down. So all those things, and you can actually create the lifestyle also, we know, because we know what kind of websites the subscriber is accessing to, what kind of application he has on the mobile. So we can actually create a persona of the subscriber, and this can be used for the targeted marketing as well as for designing new products by the service operator, service provider. Okay, enterprise, as I said, IoT analytics is a very powerful use case for enterprise, wherein first is IoT feasibility on the spot that we discussed in network slide. Secondly, in IoT, there are many sensors, much of, so much of data getting ingested in the IoT database. So using that data and correlating that with the network is something that that Neo 360 can do for you. It can create dashboards for you. It can create alerts. Then account insights is, since enterprise are big accounts, the key accounts, maybe we can have this account insights, wherein account level dashboarding you can do, which can be presented to the accounts directly. You can also have your key sales account managers performance review based on these accounts insights, that how much is the churn, and so everything related to that account on single screen you can get for enterprise through Neo 360. Then roaming analytics. Roaming is again a very big source of revenue for any telco operator. Now, in this, what you can do using Neo 360, you can do the traffic analysis geography wise. You can use this analysis to benchmark the roaming partners, that which roaming partner is giving you a better service, and in turn, you can use this information to finalize the costings or the pricing with your roaming partner. Also have the KPIs collected from the roaming partner for certain geographies. We can analyze and we can do the customer experience management. We can know that where we are lacking and where the customers are getting annoyed, and we can take care of them proactively. And obviously, location-based services. For example, if the customer is latched onto some particular network or for a particular country, then you can tie up for the marketing. You can use this as your advertising and an additional revenue source. Sales and distribution. Smart targets. So smart targets are something which, using the network data. So let's take a typical example wherein a big geography like India, there are many distributors for any telco, right? So these distributors have a specific geographical area that is under them, and under distributors there is a retailer network. Now, many times it happens that some distributors are performing very well, some are not. So basically, when the targets are defined for these distributors, uh, the network condition in their area is not something that is very actively taken into consideration. It is a flat rule that is applied normally. So Neo 360 enables the central teams to check the network condition in one distributor's area. For example, if using the frameworks and network health index that we discussed earlier. So, for example, if the network is also not, for example, when the 4G rollout was going on, or let's say now the 5G rollout is going on, so every operator will have certain business priorities and their rollout plans. So in a particular area, if the competition is already launched 4G and we are still on 3G, struggling with 3G, and still we are setting very high targets for the distributors, it is not great, right? Because their network is not supporting how they will sell. On the other hand, there is no point in pulling them up. On the other hand, there are certain areas where the network is excellent, still the distributor is not able to sell. Then there is a chance that you set very high targets for the distributors, and maybe you can have some kind of penalty clauses or whatever, however, whichever way you want to handle it. So this gives you a power. Neo 360 gives you a power to actually set the sales targets for your distribution channel in a very smart way, so that you have a grip that where distributor can perform, where he cannot, right? So you also can get aligned, and obviously you can do the monitoring of a distributor and retailer network, uh, which is geographically not possible today. It is possible that we need to know that we assign the certain areas to distributors, but then actually how much is the population covered, what is the land use, land base, and all these things are not considered many times. So Neo 360 can enable it, because Lepton also sells we also sell the GIS data, right? We are at least, I mean, India, so we are fully covered. We have all the demographic information, land base, land use, everything that we have. We can have that data correlated with your distributor and retailer network data, and we can create insights for you. And I think I have come to the end of, so this year just I tried to touch base on 5 major functions in an organization, but I think it is a very good this thing for you to understand that how other functions also can make use of Neo 360. So again, I'll reiterate, Neo 360 is not only for network. It is designed for telcos and all functions in a telco. So, any questions, any queries, I think we are happy to answer. And I think, Tavisha, I'll hand it over to you now. Thank you so much, everyone, for patiently listening to me.
Thank you, Mugdha. It was truly an enlightening session. I would now like to invite any questions if we have for the speaker. You can type your respective questions in the chat box and we will take it up one by one. Okay, we already have one question. Mugdha, it is, can a geo-analytics platform integrate with other business systems?
Yes, it can. It can get integrated with any type of data source, any business system that is existing in your organization. As I told you, it forms a thin layer over your existing tools. So we prefer API integration. If not, we also are okay with file-based integrations. So the answer is yes.
All right. Thank you for that. Other question says, what are the types of data that can be analyzed using a geo-analytics platform?
Any type of data which
Okay.
has some location information in it. Some location reference has to be there because we are calling it as geo-analytics. So some geo reference has to be there.
There's another one which says, how can the geo-analytics platform be used for predictive modeling?
See, predictive modeling, for predictive modeling, what you need is a lot of data, a historical data, or maybe you can go on collecting the data and go on predicting based on machine learning and AI. So geo-analytics can be used for any predictive modeling. It doesn't stop because it is not, geo-analytics is not limiting anything because we are doing geographically, correlating the things. It is as good as any predictive platform that we can use. Addition is we can use geo-analytics.
All right. I'm waiting for more questions. Do we have any more questions or should we just wrap up with the session?
I feel even if they are not immediately posting the questions, I'm sure
I post, yeah.
they can mail it to us. Our details will be floated to them, and we can anytime they can anytime get in touch with us. So please share our details. I'm sure you will do from marketing.
Yes. So that's it then. Thank you, Mugdha, for enlightening us with all about geo-analytics. And I think it was a really insightful session. We have a lot of knowledge on geo-analytics now. So that's it. And thank you everyone who attended for joining our session on Towering Telecom Tales. We have a lot of other things to plan for you. So stay tuned and we'll be sharing more details over emails and social media space. So keep a tab. And thank you once again.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.